Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSU81 and today I'm going to review something new, at least to my collection, which is the 1/9 scale Superman from FondJoy. Yes, this is an entirely new line in my collection and the scale is also much bigger than 1/12. It's about the ZD Toys scale if I'm not mistaken, or it's around McFarlane Toys, somewhere around there. Yeah, this Superman is by far I think the one that looks most decent. Yeah, as we can know, there has been quite a number of brands making this new Superman, but to me, I will give chance to this 1/9 because it's really looking good. Unfortunately, I just realized something, that I might have been scammed. Yes, so let me show you. As we can see from here, so as you can see at the back of the box, it's very nice figures there, and we have the Superman right over here, and the posture, somehow I think they actually mistaken it. This is supposed to be the attachment, which means the accessory, but the posture is maybe this one. But you can see this figure is pretty plain. It doesn't come with much, just the figure and a few hands and the stand. But I actually ordered the deluxe version, which actually comes with 2 Krypto, and I think they actually sent me the regular ones. Oh my goodness, I actually pay extra for the deluxe. But at the same time, at the side here, I did notice they actually written Deluxe Edition with original box. So I do hope that the original box means the regular box. So it's basically they're using the same box except for different content. I'm hoping that I do see Krypto inside as well. So you can see the box is pretty simple, very hard box. Yeah, so I believe they are magnetic as well, something like the ZD Toys that we have seen before. Okay, so let's get him out. Okay, so moment of truth. Let's see. Please let this be a deluxe versions. Yes, I do see Krypto there already. Okay, so I have not been scammed. It's just the same box that they're using, but this one is the deluxe. You can see very nice Krypto over there. There are 2 of them. Okay, so let's see, check it out. And I believe there should be more. Okay, yep, the hands are over here, as well as the base, and there is even one card which is meant for Clark Kent. Very neat. Yep, and we'll take a look at all that. And we have this Superman right out of the box. Oh my goodness, I'm not sure if you do notice how tall he is as compared to my diorama. Here's a quick comparison with Mifex Hush Superman. Wow, this guy. Okay, it's a different scale altogether. So let's take a closer look on the figure itself. Before I took him out, when it's still in the plastic container, it just looks like it has a real fabric on it, especially on the pants, but actually these are all just soft plastic or soft rubber. It's pretty soft, but the rest of it is hard, and this portion is also feeling pretty good. It's like some soft rubbers as well, and the whole thing does looks very nice. You can see up close there are some patterns on the suit. Looks very surreal, and I just love how the Superman logo is actually a different piece. You can see that it's not just on the figure itself. Very nicely done. And the belt, wow, okay, the whole thing just looks very premium, even though this guy is not really that expensive. Wow, very nice. And the cape somehow is a little bit disappointed because you can see the Superman logo just looks like I don't know how to put it. It feels like it's not being imprinted on it. It's just like I don't know how to put that. It just feels like a very cheap prints on it. Yeah, it's not very clear.
I'd buy that for $1.
But it does the job. I mean, you do have a symbols on his cape, and at the back this is how it looks like. Very cool. And let's take a look at his face. Yeah, this is pretty okay. Very how do I put it? It's very nice. I mean, this is by far, I think, the most decent looking Superman that I have seen. We have the SH figures coming out. We have the Mesco coming out. We have the Mayfax, not sure when. So let's see which one will actually beat this face so far. I think this one is one of the best looking ones that I have seen. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Wow. For the affordable price, I think this is a very nice sculpture there. And let's take a look at the two Krypto. Okay, so this one does looks very nice. I just love how the left ear just come up just like in the movie, and the eyes, yeah, this looks pretty okay. It's very small. I see someone actually repainted it and add some black shadings around his eye and it looks so much better. This is just a statue. Yeah, there's no articulation or whatsoever. Yeah, so it's the whole thing is just a statue, which is, I think, still alright though. Yeah, okay, not too bad. And let's take a look at the other one. It's basically just a different posture, and he have a hole on it just for you to put in the stand. I believe there's a stand because this one couldn't stand on its own, as you can see. But this looks pretty okay. I was hoping that the cape is slightly more, you know, spread out like he's flying, but it's not. Okay, so there's a slight difference in terms of the head. Yeah, the mouth is slightly more open and the ear is a little bit different, not that much, but of course I think they are just focusing on the different posture of this Krypto. And you can see the cape is having more creases on this one as well because he's sort of like running or flying around. Yeah, pretty okay. I think this is a pretty good add-on for these deluxe versions. And next we'll move on to the articulation. I'll start with the head as always, so you can look to the right, looks to the left, looking up. Wow, okay, unfortunately not much. Looking down is slightly better. The neck is a separate piece, but he can't really look up because of the collar here. And for his hand, you can go 360 degree. Yep, and going sideways more than 90 degrees there. And there isn't any butterfly joints, rather stiff. So you have a arm swivels, okay, double joint elbow, which is pretty okay. And let's see his hand, you can actually move it around. Not sure if we can actually do moving sideways. Yeah, you can, there's a joint there, but because of his suit, again, you can't really move much except moving lower. And for his torso, 2 points of articulations. The one below his chest actually can move sideways, rather stiff. You can see it's still very tight. And at his waist, you can actually turn it more easily and move it pretty much. And let's see how well he can bend forward. Wow, surprisingly he can bend forward pretty much. Bending backwards, let's see. Oh, okay, you can't do too much because it will actually came out from the joint. Yep, this is that much that he can actually bend backwards. For his legs, let's see, there isn't any pull down there is a slight pull down mechanism, not much, as you can see, just a little bit. No tight swivels cut, but you can still do some inner swivels. A double joint knee, which is pretty good as well. Can you move on his boots? Nope, you can't. And there's an ankle rocker going up and down, and there are toe hinges as well. So let's see how well you can kick forwards. Okay, not much because of his Superman pants. Yeah, just like this. Okay, not that much. Kicking backwards is also just a little bit like he's walking. And doing a split, I believe. Wow, very surprising. He can do a perfect split. Wow, this is really, really good. Okay, so for his cape, there are bendy wires, surprisingly, just at the side and at this side as well. So both sides have bendy wires. There's no bendy wires at the bottom, but as you can see, the bendy wire is not those that is very strong, but it's still enough to hold the cape. Not very much, but still can hold some poses. And this cape is very, very thin, that's why it's quite light, and this bendy wire can actually hold on to it, not too bad. And for Krypto, as I mentioned, it's just a statue, so there is no articulations on it. Yeah, not even the head, you can't really move the head as well. And next we'll move on to the accessory. I'll start with the hands as always. So he does come with a pair of closed fist hand that's already on the figure, pair of flying pose hands, and also a pair of relaxed hands. It does comes with this very nice base for this Superman. Oh my god, I just love the transparent blue. And also the stand as well. Looks very unique. Yeah, we'll check that out later. And also this very tiny stand, which I believe is meant for the Krypto. And last but not least is this card here, looking very nice. Unfortunately, it's just it feels kind of cheap though. Yeah, you can see it's very soft plastic, or even though it's not a paper, but it still feels cheap. I would just hope that they could at least use something thicker to make it feels like it's a real card, but it does looks very cool. You can see Clark Kent names here. It will be even better if they actually include his photo, his Clark Kent photo right over here. I believe this part is for the photo because you can see rectangular lines here. Okay, yeah, this looks very nice. And here is everything that he comes with. And next we'll try to interchange the hands. So I'll start with this one. So, okay, so the joint is rather huge. So it's good because it will not be broken so easily. And let's try with this relaxed hand. Yes, very simple. This is pretty good. Next I'll try to put on this stand. Okay, which I believe should be pretty simple. Just slot it in. Okay, wow. And then there's the articulations on the stand is right over here. You can actually turn it, I believe. Wow. Okay, it's very, very tight. Okay, and this portion as well. Wow, this is extremely tight. And then we have this is actually spring. You can see that it bounced right back off. And here is also, you can turn it. Wow, the whole thing is extremely tight for the stand. Wow, okay, I just afraid that I might break something. Let's see how well he can actually support this guy. Maybe I'll try to change to some flying pose. Okay, so I do have a flying pose now. And it's such a shame that the head couldn't look up much. Yeah, otherwise it would be perfect. Okay, so let's see. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so I believe, okay. Yeah, it's yep, something like this. Maybe I'll try to push this back. Okay, push to the front, push this to the back, I believe. Yeah, something like this, just to test out the stand strength. Okay, so some flying pose. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. Okay, maybe I push to the back. Yep. Okay, can you see that now? Okay, so his head looking up slightly. Okay, something like this. Okay, so yep, that's the flying pose of this Superman. Yeah, the stand can hold the weight of this figure quite well. And next we do have this little stand for Krypto, and remember there's a hole here. Just plug it in and yeah, it can support it pretty well. So there you go, we do have a flying Krypto with Superman. Okay, so as good looking as this Superman, there is something that I'd like to point out, is that you can see the joints and the skin tone of the hands is quite a big difference there actually. Wow, this is such a bummer, but it's not that noticeable. Actually, it's being covered by the suit. Yeah, for the neck, I think it's still alright. So yeah, there's a little nitpick there. I hope you'll click on the likes button if you enjoyed the review. Thank you. So for the size comparison, we all know that this is of a 1/9 scale, so most of my figure will not scale very well. But I'll try to compare him with the biggest figures of the brand. So we have this Marvel Legends Carnage, of course, is so much bigger. And this SH Figuarts Venom. Okay, so it's still taller than him. And next we have this Mayfax Bane, okay, which is about the same height, as well as this McFarlane King Shark. Wow, this is so much bigger. And next we'll have this Jada Toys Sagat, which is slightly taller than him, as well as this Zeti Toys Iron Man Mark III. Oh, okay. He's actually smaller. I think this is ZT Toys is of 1/10 scale. And if you guys still want to see how he scaled with some Mayfax Superman, I do have this Return of Superman. And also this Henry Cavill Superman. Okay, so this is the difference between 1/12 scale and 1/9 scale. And lastly, I do want to compare him with the premium McFarlane Christopher Reeves. Okay, so wow, I think they are almost of the same height. Yeah, looking pretty good together. Okay, so for my final verdict, I think this is a great looking Superman figure that has already been released in the market right now. But unfortunately, this is of a bigger scale, which is 1/9 scale. If this guy is of 1/12 scale, he will be perfect. But nevertheless, I do feel that this is great to be added into your collection. Even if you're collecting purely 1/12 scale, he does looks very good. Even though he might not be in scale with your collections, you can just pose him in flying pose with Krypto. And I believe both of them will make a pretty good display in your collections. So yes, I do recommend this FondJoy Superman, and it is very affordable. And I do hope that you enjoy my review, and I'll catch you guys again in my next video. Now please watch this video right over here.